Hello and welcome to another Elm Park Rolls watch along for Reading FC versus Millwall on a Saturday afternoon when it's absolutely fucking freezing outside, Matt Lansley, isn't it? But we've also seen two changes to the team with surprising news with Omar Richards coming out. I was a bit surprised by that. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, and Yiadom as well, because Millwall, they're a defensive team, aren't they? We're going to need as much as we can going forwards, and we've got two pretty defensive fullbacks, now in Holmes and Gibson coming in. So it was surprising because I saw obviously some criticism for Richards after the second goal. He didn't really do anything wrong apart from that midweek. He probably had one of his better games. He was containing Canos, especially when he came on, very well. Maybe he got tired towards the end. I don't know. And it's been a short week, obviously, since Brentford came. Bit of rotation. But no, yeah, I probably would have just stuck with it the way it was.
Yeah, it's a real shame we can't rotate any of the other players, though, isn't it? I mean, we can't rotate Lucas João at all. Obviously, he's been fantastic. But you do wonder kind of what it's going to be like if he's kind of like he's constantly playing games and he's a man with a fragile set of hamstrings. I mean, yeah. I do not want to see that moment today with that, but there is no option, is there, to bring him out. And Lee there with the drop for mistakes and Tony saying, oh, what to be at the Madstad. It would be brilliant to be there today, but we're going to talk the way through this match and hopefully see a Reading FC win. What's your thoughts on the game today, then, Matt? Do you think we're going to get the 3 points?
Yeah. I think even though we lost in the week, it gave me so much confidence because we played unbelievably well. I think, we did not deserve to lose. Like some people might say that Richards got dropped for mistakes against Brentford. He didn't really make many at all, did he? So the only mistake he really made was that one for the goal. For the second goal, I don't really see that, to be honest. So, but yeah, no, I think it's going to be a 2-0 comfortable win.
I think it's going to be 2-1. Millwall do not lose many games at all. They've lost less games than us. And I don't know, we seem to be drying up a little bit against these kind of teams. When you look at the Stoke match, the Preston match, it's a little bit of a worry when teams come back and sit back against us. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit nervous. After the late defeat against Brentford when I thought we played so well. But Tony here's going from 1-0. Get your score predictions in if you're watching this on any of our platforms. Just let us know what you think and share it and let other people know that what you think about how it's going to go today. Millwall are coming out in their red and white strip. I was blowing my mind, that has.
I thought it was a green away strip, wasn't it?
I thought it was as well. I was not expecting that. That's some kind of
I've never even seen that strip.
That is a real good move. But they love ex-Reading FC Reading players. They got Jake Cooper, George Evans. They got Alex Pearce there. I don't think he's playing today, but they do love them. Absolutely adore.
I'd completely even forgotten George Evans had gone there. He went there in January, didn't he?
Yeah,
in the window. So.
Yeah,
it's interesting. He's almost developed his career now as a centre back, hasn't he, Evans? Because he was almost like a sitting midfielder for us, wasn't he, when he was with us? And then he went to Derby, moved deeper and deeper and deeper. And now with Millwall, he's almost like a full-blown centre back. They normally play three at the back, don't they? I think so.
They got 3 kits, Millwall. Bloody hell! I didn't expect that. God, a 3 kit through. I thought it was only like big clubs who had that, but fair play to him. Bodvarsson a score against us again from Daniel. Oh, I hope not. I really can't face that. He's only got 1 goal this season, I'm pretty sure. That would be typical. Here from Ryan. 3-2 to the Ding. Let's hope that is correct. That would be a cracking match. I have to say I would rather see a 3-0. 3-2 would be enjoyable in its own kind of sick way. So, yeah, Alex Pearce is on the bench today. Jeb Wallace not playing for Millwall is good news for us. Obviously, he's available off the bench, but he scored that amazing free kick against us at the end of November, I think it was. He's not a player that you want to see against you because he can take those lethal free kicks, can't he, Matt?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, to be fair, looking at their lineup, I think it's quite evident. Well, I know I'm going to probably curse it now, but it's quite evident, I think, why they struggle for goals, because they've not got a huge amount of goal threat on that pitch. If you're thinking as Bodvarsson as your main goal threat on that, well, maybe Zahor as well, but I mean, he's 10 goal a season striker. He's not. he's not a Lucas Yao, he's not a Timo Pukki and Ivan Toney, he's not even a Yaku Mate, really, is he? So it's quite evident why they struggle. But yeah.
Just about to kick off here at the Medeski. Let's hope Lucas Yao gets the first goal again. That is what we want to see, isn't it? The man is on fire this season. Not physically at his peak, I'd say. He looks a bit knackered because he's played so many matches this season. So we're now kicked off and we are off going. More play a long ball into our defensive third, but I think we might be seeing quite a lot of that today. But the person I was speaking to, Nick, on the preview podcast, is saying they're trying to change their style. So we'll see how that works out today. Interesting to see.
They've gone to the 3 at the back system, haven't they? Millwall now. Yeah. So it's a strange system, because I've never seen a Gary. Well, I didn't think a Gary Rowett team was a 3 at the back. I can't lie, but yeah, it's just you don't expect. It's one of those almost like forward thinking kind of formations, isn't it? 3 at the back. And it's just like you don't really expect a Millwall team or expect to see a Millwall team with a glitzy 3 at the back system. So
no, not at all. Not at all. So yeah, keep your thoughts coming in via the comments. And if you're watching this, share it on your Twitter, Facebook, IG, and get more Redden fans involved. So it will be good to see a win today. I think it's going to happen. Not much happening here at the moment at all. It's pretty much all in the air from both teams. It's kind of like a headers and volleys, if you remember that. From years ago.
Schoolboy playground.
Yeah. It's been pretty basic stuff from both teams. Gibson getting his first touch, I think, there. And giving it away.
It's going to be interesting to see how Gibson does, I think. Because he's always been a forgotten man, hasn't he, of late and of this season, really. Getting an early corner now, Millwall as well. Shot from outside the box.
Yeah.
It always worry me shots from outside the box with Raphael. I'm sorry to always say
it does definitely worry me. Yeah. Just watching this shot here from Millwall. Must have taken reflection off someone else outside the penalty area because definitely wasn't a save from Raphael. That was well over the bar. So corner here for Millwall.
But to coin a phrase from Mr. Paul Mann, we don't concede from corners, do we? So
no, I'm not going to say that against Millwall. No, I'm not going to say that. Millwall definitely could score, unfortunately.
Nearly did.
That went right off our box. That was almost.
It's the bloody camera angle. Camera angle. Always make it. It was probably miles wide, I reckon, but.
Yeah, good shot in there. Was that a shot or a cross or a slice there from the Millwall player? I'm not quite sure.
Massive slice.
Yeah, hi, Michael. He's saying 4-0 today.
4-0, yes. Come on.
Yes.
That was brilliant.
And this is what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm not worried about winning today. I think, yes, the game in the week's given me so much confidence. The one thing I'm worried about, like you say, is Lucas Yao and his fitness, because he is just. That's got to be a foul.
That's a free kick on an Easter.
Not a foul.
How is that not a foul?
Oh, wow. That's abysmal. That is ridiculous from the referee. But no, back on Lucas Yao, because I
think Michael's been on the positive juice, I feel. It's kind of like
12 unbeaten run. I'll certainly take it. I'd take it.
But that's a bold statement to make at the moment.
It's very bold, but you heard it here first. So
okay, so we've got an injury here. I think that's to Michael Morrison, a facial one, which is not good. We do not want him to go off. Blood dripping everywhere. Some kind of collision that's happened there. Is it his nose or just? It looks like it's his nose there. He'll play on though. Hopefully, he's not a man who goes down easy, is he?
No, he's a bastion of the centre back. He will play on with a Terry Butcher bandage around his head, won't he? So
yeah,
but he don't look too comfortable. But
no, he doesn't look good at all at the moment, does he? They're just basically holding his nose, stopping the blood. Let's have a look at the collision on the replay.
Oh, it's an elbow.
Oh, he's been elbowed there by Bod Farson, hasn't he? I don't think that was like a vicious elbow.
Yes, it was. It was a straight red card.
Straight. No, you're right, Matt. Get him off.
Get him off the pitch.
Yeah. Good point, Tony. Yeah.
Playing on without him for the moment, aren't we? So it doesn't look comfortable at all.
No,
I'm sure he will play on, but
I hope so.
He hasn't really moved from that.
No,
head down position. This
is trending now, isn't it? Your one, Matt. Yeah, it definitely is. Like a Scottish salmon on a trampoline.
It's catching on.
It is. It's going to be trending across Berkshire very, very soon.
Jumping like a salmon. I'll stick to it.
Yeah.
My phrase.
Millwall starting the better of the two teams here, though, haven't they, so far?
Yes. They've started on the front foot. We've just struggled to get in any sort of rhythm, but Ijari gets taken down there.
Even the ref had to give that as a foul. Even this ref had to give that one, didn't he? It was blatantly a foul. Just
George Evans proving why he left Reading, because he's not good enough to tackle over Ajaria. Barely.
You've gone early with that. You've gone early with the.
I've gone very early, but
Millwall coming for.
That's going to be a corner, though, isn't it?
What's he going to get?
Another corner for Millwall.
Yeah, team Matt, good covering there, though. Yeah, I think they are on a bit of a mission, and I can understand that, Jack. Bodvarsson taking out Morrison would not be still off the pitch, Morrison. This is not what we want to see. I think he's going to come back on in a minute, though. That bandage is not good for playing football in across his nose, is it? At all.
Aren't they like those like paper stitches that they're just put on?
Yeah, so corner here for Norwich, fuck's sake. Millwall. Okay,
just keep it away from Jake Cooper. If we keep it away from Jake Cooper, I'm relatively happy. That's a lovely pass.
Oh, shit, that's a left-hand side. Oh.
They're pressing. They really are pressuring.
That was a quality clearance there from Gibson. I'm certain that was going to be an own goal there. But no, keep those numbers coming into the room. Share the chat. Get more Reading fans in here. And there's probably some Millwall fans in here as well, waiting for their team to score. They've been on top so far. But it's another corner for them. Get your comments in as well. This has not been a great start.
Offside.
No, he's not offside.
Coop it. Jeez, it's been another one of the slow starts for us. It's not been. I mean, the difference between tonight and Wednesday is just chalk and cheese.
Yeah,
on the starts. Like, I know, obviously, 2 changes at the back, but just haven't been able to get anything going. And
Cooper should score there, shouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with this. We're crap at starting against the teams that are kind of like way below us. Look against Preston, Coventry.
We're going back into old school Reading FC rhythms here, aren't we? Struggling against the low teams and being able to pull it out against the big teams. So,
but having said that, we are 5th in the league, so we've clearly done it sometimes. We're not kind of like only doing it once a week, once a month. So we are doing okay.
Watford gone 1-0 up as well. So that's not good for us in the playoff race, but good result in the Bournemouth game earlier, at least 0-0. So they do look awful at the moment. Bournemouth, absolutely awful since that game. Since that game in the days for them, wasn't it?
A dreadful pass there, wasn't it?
Good tackle though. Good tackle from Smedo.
Yeah.
See, that's what he's good at when he drops deeper and can break up play. He's almost.
That's good play there from Ijari in the middle of the pitch there. Giving it up to Elise there on the right-hand side. It's got nowhere to really go at the moment.
It's interesting. Rinamota's playing almost as the number 10 this game. Semedo's playing very, very deep. He's pretty much playing the deepest of all the 3 central midfielders, really.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Tony, a red card today. I'm not sure which side. In the
always just red cards with Millwall, don't you? Millwall and teams that are managed by Colin are just, you always have red cards.
Yeah, I agree that we need to have some possession here. We haven't really had any controlled possession at all in this game. I mean, Millwall should be winning. They had the opportunity from Jake Cooper. They had the one when they sliced it across from a corner, which probably was quite a distance from another player.
It's all calmed down a bit now, though. At least we've got some possession, so just playing it about really on the halfway line and in our half, just keeping the ball. So, which is what we really need to do.
Norwich there, Elliot. You're saying Norwich aren't going to be up there at the end of the season?
Be cool.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Fair enough.
I wouldn't say that too loudly in your house, Paul, but
yeah, well, I'm all right. I'm not bothered. When does Reading go up? I don't care, to be honest. But this is a little bit better from us. We're not actually going forward and attacking or having shots, but we're not giving the ball away really cheaply.
Even Raphael on the goal kick.
Yeah. So. Millwall pressing up really high here. And that's always when we struggle against teams.
Saying that though, but Brentford pressed up high against when we played them.
Yeah, that's true.
And we broke through it. So, but it was interesting how we pressed Brentford in that game. We just haven't done that at all so far today. Like, really, I know it's early days, only 10 minutes in, but when Brentford have been on the ball, we've just been almost sitting off. It's been it's just slow at the start. So, but it's good that we've had about 3-4 minutes of just constant possession right here now. So it's a lot better.
Just mainly in our own half, though.
Oh yeah.
Let's not try and spice things up. That's a magnificent bit of skill there from Tom Holmes. Unfortunately, it wasn't within the restrictions of the pitch, was it? Overhead kick, but out for a throw.
It was the defender's overhead kick.
I tell you why he was brilliant. That was John Nabita. John Nabita could clear it.
Yeah, and Chris Gunter as well. He was good at them. Dare I say it? Sorry for using that profanity in this chat, but
there's nothing wrong with Chris Gunter. Don't you start. I think he will play the whole match there, Jack. I think he'd be fine. The man's made of iron, isn't he? I don't think
he just doesn't miss a game. You could. He could finish with a broken arm or something. He'd be one that would play with a Jamie Vardy cast on his arm, you know.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting, man. Yeah. Who do you think you rate more, Laurent or Rhino in an attacking sense? I'd say Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Rhino.
Yeah. No, I'd probably agree with that with Renamoto. You know, Laurent, I think he's such a bundle of energy, but I think one thing, if you could probably critique him on this season, is just
wow, that was an ambitious shot there from Millwall, wasn't it? They got across into the box and came out, and Thompson tried some kind of weird scissor overhead kick from outside the area.
It goes miles wide.
You remember Trevor Sinclair for QPR years ago? That was not at the same level of technique. This one,
no,
quite. I mean,
fair play for trying, but
yeah, thanks for coming, but don't bother doing that again.
But no, I think the one thing I think that Laurent just needs to work on, if you're being super critical, is probably his part. Well, is final pass and obviously shooting, because I think Renamoto's developed that over his game quite nicely over the last year and a bit. You know, his possession on the ball and stuff is usually very, very good. Let's be honest, you know. But you know, at the moment, would say Reno, but Laurent, if he keeps developing the way he is, you know, you could see him being one of almost the best holding midfielders probably in the league. Some people might say that already, that he is there, but yeah.
We need to get some kind of opportunities going here at the moment, at least with the ball in the centre of the pitch, halfway in the Millwall half. But yeah, again, we're being forced back. Millwall are really pressing us and closing down those spaces and look defensively tight so far. We're not really going anywhere, are we?
No, not really. And there's little space out wide as well. Obviously, that's a given with the formation that they're playing, but
yeah,
very, very little space out wide to make runs down, which has been quite effective with Elise and Ajara of late. So it's a nice player by Ajara, and Renamoto's a nice link-up play on the edge of the box.
This is much better. I mean, is that a shot or a press from Laurent? But it was absolutely nowhere near Lucas João. I mean, unless he had Peter Crouch stood on his shoulders, he was not getting on the end of that one, was he?
And even that would be a stretch, I think.
It would have been. Yeah, that was wild. That was not the best one at all. No. This is when you need Yaku Meite coming in on the other side, which we don't have. Yeah. It's all a bit too predictable, that kind of ball into the box, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think it does show how invaluable he is to the team, even off the bench, because you have someone like that on the bench, and it's just another option. It's someone who's so big, so powerful, so willing to run, coming on at 60 minutes if he doesn't start. He's an unbelievable asset to the team. So, and it just gives you something different to your technical players like Elise and Ajaria on the wings.
So far, this has been pretty average from us so far. I don't think we've really got out of second gear.
Just not got going. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's just been slow. So it certainly hasn't been like the start against Brentford in the week, which is a shame. If it would have been so good just to have seen us come out in the same sort of vein, as we did in the week, because that was such a strong start, such a good start. But no, it's you'd probably be saying that Millwall have been the better of the two teams so far. Certainly had the best chance with Cooper. So
yeah, they've got a really good away record though, Millwall. I think they're 8th best in the league so far with their away form. Is that home they're abysmal.
It's interesting that.
I think it's because I mean, that was a shot. Oh, he's given a corner.
Did Raphael tip that round? I saw he was diving over. I thought he left it. He must have.
Yeah, it was nowhere near. Raphael couldn't get to that. Let's have a look.
Oh no, it came off the back of back to Semedo.
Retract my comment.
Yeah.
So Millwall with all the corners here so far, they definitely look like the team that's more likely to score, unfortunately, at the moment. Let's hope this corner from Malone is of a similar quality to the previous ones. And
it's a good area.
Actually, I think that one's a bit better.
They've put the corners, to be fair, into some good areas. They've just had no one on the end of them.
It's good areas for us, anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, is Renner going to? He has got that's.
Oh, surely that's a foul.
Oh, come on, Red.
Great tackle. Unfortunately, it just got there a split second earlier. He would have been through on goal there. But at least now has possession.
I'd like to see that one again, I have to say, because I thought that was a foul. I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a foul. I thought he got nowhere near that.
Okay, let's see that's back.
Oh, we scored!
What happens here? We've scored. Well, they haven't actually shown it.
What
happened? What?
What on earth is happening there?
I follow. We love you. You absolute arseholes. We have actually scored. So we throw the ball out the goalie, and then Semedo shot.
Oh, Semedo.
40 yards, and it's gone in. Yes. Oh, yes. That is peak I follow. That is. That is incredible.
I mean, that's peak I follow, but that is peak championship. What a comedy goal. What on earth is that?
Yes.
I mean, that's brilliant from Semedo.
What the hell is
that is brilliant, quick thinking from Semedo, but
that is brilliant.
I wonder why all the players were stood
that is
confused. I was confused as us. But we're 1-0 up.
Oh yeah, I follow. Never change. The shittest product you can probably ever buy. But we completely missed the goal, and all of a sudden you think, is that a goal or is it?
Well, I was looking at it because you saw. I think you saw Semedo run off to the side, and I was like, "Wait, what is happening here?"
Running off, yeah, and you think, "What?"
I'm sorry, yeah. And oh man, what a bizarre start to the game! But we're 1-0 up.
Finish.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah, I think he did mean that, Tony. I think he was definitely shooting. Yeah.
Of course he meant that. Get out of here.
Yeah, £10 to miss the goal. But would you pay £10 to miss another goal though? So make it 2-0? I would. I'd pay another tenner, no problem.
Yeah, as long as we win. As long as we win.
Yeah. That is such a showing it again here.
I thought they're just
going to make up for the fact you fucked up, I fellow. He's not going to make up for that. Yeah, it was brilliant from Semedo. Definitely.
It's interesting because he's playing a lot deeper. It's almost like Renner Motors playing the number 10 this game, which it helps Semedo a lot because Semedo, you know, he'll play deeper. He'll play in his more natural position. So,
Tony,
£100.
for another goal. I like that, Tony. Yeah.
If you want to start getting that money in, then we'll happily.
It's such a strange moment. That it's like, has that really gone in? I'm not sure.
One of the most bizarre goals I think we've had in a Reading game for many a year. So.
Oh yeah, we'd all rather be there, wouldn't we? Watching it, freezing to death, but loving that. That's the kind of goal you love at the stadium. And even if you're there,
absolutely, you'd be giving it the big one to the Millwall fans next to you. You know, like after a comedy goal like that. Love goals like that. It's like a sliced stone goal or something.
Yeah,
nothing beats them.
Quality. You love to see it. 1-0 up. So now all of a sudden we've had a good start, despite a sloppy start, really. But yeah, apparently Watford are winning 2-0. But there we go. Doesn't matter. We're winning.
Doesn't matter when we're winning, exactly. So yeah.
All we can do is control what we're doing, and that is it.
And to be fair, we've got Millwall pretty much where Millwall don't want to be, you know, behind in the game, because they're not really a goal scoring team. Actually, how many goals are they? I wonder how many goals they've scored this season. It can't be many.
Well,
it really can't be many. Yeah.
26.
46?
26.
Oh, 26.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it's about a goal, just under a goal a game, isn't it? So, but
yeah, they've got a 0 goal difference. Well, we now -1. But that was such a bizarre goal. And what made it even more bizarre was the fact that we didn't even see it.
In fact, I follow completely missed it. Exactly. Like,
wow.
We're 1-0 up, so who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. As long as we score the goals. Who cares how they come? Brilliant from Semedo. Making up for a slow start from the whole of the team. And hopefully we'll now kick on. We just don't want to let Millwall back into this now after getting that weirdest goal I think I've seen of the season. Let's have another one, though. Let's have another strange goal.
Yes. Have 10 of them. Have 10 of them.
10? Okay, Matt. Yeah, I think you need to...
Well, I'll take as many as we can get. Like, yeah. I don't want another one. I want as many as possible. But Millwall coming forwards again. They do actually look relatively dangerous, don't they? When they're coming through.
Yeah, no, definitely. This game is definitely not done. I mean, they've had opportunities, and they'd be really disappointed to let that go in. The goal didn't even make a move, really. It was really strange. It was like almost in slow motion.
I do almost wonder why.
Nice and comfortable.
Or the reason for Millwall going to the 3 at the back and having more people out wide is to obviously give them the width to get the balls in, because they've got 2 players up top like Zahor and Bodvarsson, you know, 6 foot, you know what. But they've not got any balls into them, have they? It's all kind of gone through the middle so far, which is strange, really, when you think of the formation they're playing, the players they've got up top.
But yeah, it is strange. It's a magnificent hold-up play there from Lucas Jack. Come on, Elise. Oh, no. That is... Oh.
It's not his finest.
That's horribly wild, isn't it? Yeah.
I could see a shot coming. I wasn't quite expecting that shot at the end of it, though.
Better through ball from Semedo, and I thought I'd miss it. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Well, that was like the time for me to finally eat my words about Semedo, and I missed it.
Just showing it again here, the goal.
And the cameraman has
still strangers.
What do they spend our £10 on, honestly? Because it's not on camera.
At least was pushed then just as he shot. I think he absolutely spooned that, Eric. I'm sorry. I think he Elise is a really good player, but he got that one wrong.
Slightly wishful thinking, I think, Eric.
Yeah. I think so.
No, just playing it about again. It's to be fair, it's all we need to do right now, isn't it? Just keep control of the game. And
we had begun to have a little bit more possession, but we hadn't had a shot before that moment at all.
No.
Even close to one.
Semedo hustling well. It's a great cutout from Holmes.
Good defending there.
Such a good cutout.
Yeah.
I said pre-game obviously about wanting to have, you know, the more attacking fullbacks on, but there's no doubting how good Holmes is defensively. He is absolutely stunning defensively, I think.
He has been good. He has made some mistakes this season, but overall he's been, considering he wasn't really even considered an option for right back.
Exactly. He was playing second division Belgian football last year, and he's 20, is he 21? But
I don't think it's even the cameraman, it's the director, whoever that he or she is.
Just get all of them out.
All the time, though. I follow do it all the time and you miss action. So at some point we were bound to miss one. But oh dear. It was enjoyable anyway. So, who cares really? But it just sums it up really. Yeah. Football in this time, you don't even see the goal.
If it wasn't iFollow, we'd be moaning about Sky, wouldn't we? So
that's technically a shot there from Lucas João, but it was more of a back pass. Good run though.
It was a very nice run. Very nice run. It was good. Good that João's taking on the shots as well. So he's got to get his obligatory goal today, doesn't he? So what's the odds on him not scoring? I'll say.
In some ways, I wouldn't be against him not scoring if we win. You don't want to be relying on him so much.
True.
Yeah, I'm not bothered if he scores. It's great, but it's not a disaster if he doesn't score, is it? So.
No, absolutely not. At the end of the day, it's the team that matters. So, but no, yes, Alex, it's Rinomhota is definitely playing attacking midfield and Semedo playing deeper. Which, well, I think I've made my. Sorry.
You got to say it's worked so far.
Well, it has, but like I've made my views quite clear on Semedo, and when he's played at attacking midfield, it just doesn't work. He's not an attacking midfielder, and so far he's playing so much better at midfield because that's his natural position. He's good at winning the ball back. He's good at playing the ball into your attacking midfielders. He's not there to make the runs on the edge of the box, get the pass through to João. So he's just much more in his natural position. And of those three midfielders, Rinomhota is probably. Well, we said it earlier, didn't we? He was probably the best of the lot going forward. So
definitely, just shake that Morrison there. The man looks like an absolute warrior, doesn't he? He would head away a brick. It wouldn't bother him. We've had a few defenders like that over the years, like Casper Gorks and Alex Pearce, who's at Millwall. These players don't care about
a brick. He'd head away a concrete slab.
It wouldn't bother him. Wouldn't bother him at all. Now he'd enjoy it.
Long throw from Millwall, just going nowhere.
But it didn't really work out for Millwall. So Raphael kicks it clear now.
Straight to nobody, as he always does.
Straight to nobody. But 1-0 up. We can have a little bit more relaxed attitude now with this, can't we? We can't be so kind of worried about it. If we get a second goal here, you got to feel pretty confident that we're going to win this game because Millwall look half decent, but you can see why they're not scoring goals. They've had some opportunities and not really taking them.
They're just not playing to their strengths, because Bodvarsson as a whole, they're not there to, they're not Lucas João who can make goals out of nothing. They're big guys. You get the ball into them, they're going to head it in. And they've got the width with the formation they're playing, but they're just not, everything's ending up coming centrally and into feet, which just doesn't really make sense. From a Millwall perspective, for a Reading perspective, it's brilliant because he's a blunt as a blunt knife. Yeah. But it's...
Afternoon, Dave. Hope you're all good. Good to see you in the house again. So, just got to see this through. It's been pretty dull so far, apart from that comedy moment, hasn't it? When we scored the goal.
It's not quite been up to the quality of Wednesday night for sure from both teams. So
definitely not. No, I think we can safely say Millwall aren't quite as good as Brentford. I think we can. I don't think that's a fair comment there, and I don't think that's unfair.
The one interesting thing though is I had a little glimmer of hope, obviously midweek when we went 1-0 up, we might have ended there and beaten run, but obviously now they've gone on. I think it was 21. It'll be 22 today.
Yeah, surely they can't beat our 33 though.
What does everyone think? What does everyone think? Because I can't lie. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried about that record.
It is a little bit, but I do think that we will keep that. I don't think they get to 33. I just got a feeling at some point. I mean, against us, we definitely had opportunities to score other goals in the first half, not really in the second half. In the first half, we definitely did through Laurent and Lucas João. But yeah, it wasn't really. I don't know. See, Norwich are now winning as well, being Stoke City. God, that was a dire game, that Stoke game. Let's not talk about that. But
second year running.
Oh dear, yeah.
Watford 2-0.
Yeah, McIntyre is class, isn't he, Tony? Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, and I think it's just testament to him, isn't it? How he's fought back.
Ooh,
and
that is a good scoreline. Derby beating Middlesbrough. That is what we want to see. That would be good, especially if we win. Because if that was to stay the same, I think we'd got to an 11-point gap from 7th. So
it's interesting how Derby have kind of switched things around, isn't it? Also with obviously Wazza coming in, Mr. Rooney coming in and becoming their manager, but they're picking up points, and they looked hopeless at the start of the season. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And but now they're actually grinding out results. They're getting results. So
some lovely touch there from Ajari to Lauren, and Lauren takes the ball down to the corner flag, and he's just got to keep it there, play it back to another player, and he actually just kicks it straight out of play, unfortunately. And I agree with this.
That's where you talk about the. I think that's the thing about Lauren at the moment. We talk about things that he's got to improve on. It's got to be that. His touches in the final third, his passing in the final third.
That was just unfortunate, though. I think that.
Yeah, but it happens a few times. He's being very critical. Very critical. He's still been a sensational player through the year. So,
sorry, Eric, you're correct. Wayne Rooney's Derby County. We do all apologise that to official members of the Wayne Rooney Derby County Association. Copyright. Unfortunately, we failed that one, didn't we? We did fail that message. But it's still 1-0 here to Reading against Millwall, 31 minutes into the game. And we'd like a shot. We'd like a shot again at some point, because so far in this game, we've had one goal with a brilliant finish from Semedo. We've had the shot from Lucas Jow, which was a bit of a back pass. We've had the one from Elise that was about 20 yards wide. That was about it so far.
Not a huge amount really apart from that. So, but no, it was a nice little bit of skill there from Ajara to win a free kick. So
yeah,
the amount of free kicks he wins is crazy, absolutely crazy.
3-0 up now.
Wow.
Yeah. Here we go. It's an opportunity to get a ball. I mean, that is a free kick. I'm not really keen on that one. Playing a diagonal pass across there, but I guess with the height of Gibson, you maybe that's a long way out to the far side. But Millwall have got possession now anyway. Just coming into our half on the left-hand side.
Again, they've won a free kick, but it's just like they keep working out wide and then just playing it to feet in the centre. It's
Charlie White, Sunderland. Yeah, I've seen him play a few times because my dad's from Sunderland, and yeah, he's all right. He's a lump, though. He is a lump. He is a massive lump. But let us know your thoughts on the game so far if you're joining us. 1-0 to Reading. It's not been the best game so far, but it can always improve. And if we get through to this first half, if we get another goal, I'm going to feel very confident. But, Matt, we got to see off this free kick chance here for Millwall, haven't we?
Yeah, but like you say, we don't concede from set plays, do we? So I'm not worried.
Don't do that. No, I'm not going to say it definitely against Millwall because they're 100% a team that can score from set pieces.
They've got height, but like I say, keep Jake Cooper away from the ball, and
in comes the ball into the Reading box. Oh, free header there.
Jake Cooper again.
That was an opportunity there for Jake Cooper. The man is absolute beast. We know that as Reading fans in these set piece situations.
Was it against Norwich where he got? It was 2 goals, wasn't it, from corners in that one game?
Yeah, I was there in the away end. We just did it twice. Norwich took the lead. That was a few years ago, obviously.
Yeah.
And we did the same corner routine twice and scored from it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And was that. I keep thinking it was his debut, but it wasn't his debut, was it?
No, definitely not.
It was early on in his time, wasn't it? So
we love it. 2-0 up now, Derby. That is good news. It's got to keep going because Millwall have got a threat here, especially from those set pieces. It's not going to be straightforward today. Unless we get another goal. If we get another goal, it's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, put a lot of nerve stress, but yeah, I'm still not overly worried by Millwall. I have to say they're not playing to their strengths at all. So they're doing everything kind of that we want them to do. To be honest, when they're coming forwards,
chances though, Matt.
They've had chances, but they're just going about snapshot from Zhao just wide.
Nah, it's well wide, isn't it? Yeah.
Actually, it's a corner as well.
Yeah.
Deflected, but no, it's just everything. It just keeps coming centrally into feet, and you're not going to score, many goals when you've got Bodvarsson and Zahor when you're playing to feet on the edge of the box. They need to keep it out wide and cross it in and use the height that they've got. But
okay, that's interesting. We've taken a lease off corner duty because on the game against Brentford, it wasn't great. So Jari's taking this corner. That's a much better delivery, but over the bar from Morrison. Yeah.
He must be wanting a goal again soon. He's not scored for a while, has he, Morrison?
I think
he loves a goal. He loves a goal.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's brilliant at the set piece headers. When was the last one he got? Was that against Forest, maybe? I think it might have been.
Yeah, because it was at home, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Yeah, that is a massive gap if we can get that. If it stays the same, I mean, it's looking...
Wow.
Derby beating Middlesbrough 2-0. Obviously, this one's a bit closer, though. It's only 1-0, so...
Lots of goals early on so far.
Here's a question for everyone watching. If we get into the playoffs, is this going to be the year that we finally do it? Because you know what? I say this every time because we're all a bit stupid-ridden fans, aren't we? Maybe, actually, the Swansea match, I didn't feel confident. But do we think this is a year that we will win a playoff final? Because it would be so typical for us not to win a final and none of us are there. I mean, I keep saying that. Is this going to be the year? I reckon we are in the playoffs. I reckon we're going to do it. I don't think there's going to be issues there. Automatic's still a possibility, of course, but it's going to be hard because I don't think we've got the squad depth. But what do you think? And who would you want to play in that playoff final? Who's up there now? Don't say Wickham because we all know Wickham aren't going to be in it.
Probably of all the ones up there at the moment, you'd probably pick Bournemouth, wouldn't you? Because Bournemouth look hopeless.
Watford are 4-0 up now. Jesus. Wow.
Wait, who are they playing again? It were Bristol City.
Jamie thinks that we could, though. Yeah, full strength team. That is a good point. We need to have all our best players on the pitch. Yeah, that would be beautiful, Paul, wouldn't it? A revenge final versus Swansea. That would be so sweet. Let's just bring Jem Carichan back into the club just for that game. Just put him on the safe bench.
Hopefully, they will hit the post early on, and then we will go put 3 past them.
Yeah, I want them to collapse really early.
Yeah, they hit the post early, then they collapse. We go 3-0 up after 25 minutes, and we're singing and dancing, and it finishes 4-0.
God, so we play Bristol City, don't we? As Eric has pointed out during the week, so that is not going to help them. We'll be quite nice if Bristol City got maybe a couple of reds as well out of frustration. So a Millwall free kick right on the halfway line, lumped into our penalty area. That's a save from Raphael. He should do better there, the Millwall player. Let's be honest. That was a great chance for them, wasn't it?
Cooper's getting a lot of freedom in that box on set plays. So
he always does, though. He's so good at them.
He does, yeah. So, but it is slightly worrying. It's definitely their most with their best avenue of attack so far. Really, the set plays. It's where they're getting most freedom. It's where they're getting all their chances from. So,
good point here from Henry about tournament pedigree. He knows that it's very similar in a playoff, isn't it? Yeah, he's done it with Serbia. Oh wow, that would be a killer in my household, Paul. Don't.
I think you might need to put a divider up in the house, Paul, if that happens.
We beat Norwich in the final. That would be my girlfriend. I don't think she'd speak to me for a month. There's ups and downs in that situation, but it's like that would be. I have to admit, Paul, I would love that. I would, yeah, totally love that.
The competitive man inside you would absolutely adore it.
Would. And I'm sure Charlotte, my girlfriend, would say exactly the same. So, yeah. Oh, your girlfriend's also a Norwich fan, I see. Wow. Yeah, that would be interesting, Paul, wouldn't it? That would liven up everything. Oh, it's a quality pass there from Millwall, straight out for a throw.
George Evans again, proving why he's
George Evans.
There we go.
I like George, though, but he just...
He was a lovely guy, to be fair. Like it was a bit of an odd move when he moved away, wasn't it? Because he wasn't really getting in the Reading team. Then he moved to Derby to kind of do the same, wasn't it? And Derby then were way above us. That's when it was under Frank, wasn't it? Under Frank Lampard, I think, when he moved away. But no, he seems to have found his home now at Millwall at the back, reinvented himself as a centre. Another awful pass out by Millwall.
Yeah, it's not going very well.
They're struggling a bit at the moment. So, but it's good for us. So
we can just up our game slightly. I mean, so far in this game, I'd say we've been at a 5 or 6 out of 10 for our normal levels.
I'd say a 5 at a push. Really, it's been pretty poor. At least lovely little turn and run there. Moving into the centre now. Oh, that's a sensational ball. Go on, Jow. Oh, that would have been such a good goal.
Lucas Jow. I mean, it's a good shot and it's a good save, isn't it? He hasn't missed the target or anything. What a pass.
No, but the play from Elise is just sensational. Yeah. This pass as well. That is just.
Come on. It's a quality save as well,
actually. A brilliant save.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic save. Is it Biakowski they've got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Lucas Jow has done much wrong there.
No. He's kept it low and somehow the keeper's still been able to get down and get his hand to it. It's a brilliant save.
Ejaria coming up here with a corner. Come on, Ejaria. Good delivery. It's not
another good ball in.
But
go on, shoot. Oh no!
I think Ejaria did shoot that, but it was woeful, wasn't it? I don't know what.
I mean, it was a brilliant touch from Morrison. It was a bit of a shame it was a touch and not a shot. Because the way he killed that ball was brilliant. That was a Ejaria-esque, but he needed to shoot.
Yeah, I don't think that just hit him, I feel. I don't think that was actually an attempt to... So I think it's 2-1 now, Derby, as well. But a great opportunity there. A beautiful pass from Elise, straight into the path of Lucas Jow. And
that's what Elise can do, though, isn't it? That is exactly what...
For a player there, that leaves me slightly nervous, that kind of skill from Raphael. Yeah, I'm sure what to say for that. So 2-1 now, Derby versus Middlesbrough. That's a little bit tighter, but a great opportunity there to go 2-0 up. And our first real bit of quality play, I would say.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's probably been the best thing that Elise has done in the past few weeks, hasn't it? Because he's been quite quiet. You know, whether that's been the transfer talk that came out in January or what, you know, people always look for reasons and excuses. But that pass was just stunning, and that's what he can do. That's what he can do. And it's
fair though as well. He has I think he's drifted a bit in the last month, but he's young, so he's going to get, you know.
Yeah. You're going to have peaks and troughs with a young player like that. You know, you've just got to take and accept it, and just because we know the quality's there and it will come back. So, and that running that pass is exactly what he can do, and what he needs to do.
I might kind of like ignite him once he's got a pass like that. Even though he didn't score, Lucas Jow, and I was pretty certain he was going to score there.
Yes.
I mean, but it wasn't a bad miss or anything. It wasn't one of those ones when he's sliced it wide or anything like that. I think it's more of a good save. He's taking it early. He's hit it low.
Yeah.
I guess you could put it a little bit further away from the goalie, but that's a little bit harsh, I feel, in that situation. I think he's done a lot of things right there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He certainly is, Alex. On his day, he is unplayable. So, but
Millwall unhappy with a bit of a physical challenge there.
Oh, wow. They should have had a red card for the elbow on Morrison. So
here we go. Here comes a long punt, probably. And it's obviously Cabano who scored for Middlesbrough. Bloke who we were vaguely linked with, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
No. What, in January?
Yeah.
No. That was a Fulham guy, wasn't it? Not.
Is that not him? I think that's the same one.
Oh, he went to Borough then instead of us.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, fair enough.
Oh, long ball into the Reading. Get that ball. Go on, Tommy Holmes. Was that out? Sure. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Just out.
Yeah.
Just out. So they do have some urgency, to be fair, Millwall. playing it around in it's a lovely little
Norwich
pass
leading
through
2-0
them.
now as well. Wickham losing again. Are Wickham even going to get to 30 points? I don't think they will.
Wickham this year just remind me so much of Rotherham. It was 16-17, wasn't it? When they got did they even get 20 points that year, Rotherham? I remember they got like 2 wins, and they were just so out of their depth. Well, because they stayed up the previous year, didn't they, as well? But it was just they were just so out of their depth.
He's at least doing that, and he did some brilliant skill, and then he just passes a week. But
no, I don't think I don't see Wickham getting 30 points. I have to say, I think it's a foul for something.
Yeah, it's a foul. But the cameraman, if I follow cameraman person, is oh dear me,
infuriating as usual.
If something's happening, let's look somewhere else. It's that kind of system, isn't it, at the iFollow world? So we're into injury time in the first half, just over about 90 seconds left. If we get another goal here, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Get a second goal for half time, but you're not going to do that when I was our throw anyway. Free kick, actually. He's given a foul for that, hasn't he?
God.
This half has actually gone relatively quickly, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty. I mean, it's been okay because we're winning, but it hasn't been great, has it? But here's an opportunity for a second goal. Elise probably looks like he's going to take this one. It's quite a way out. A free kick into the box. Come on. Let's just give him an opportunity to get on the end of it. Not easy against Millwall, though. I mean, they're all about 7 foot tall.
That's
so
a great ball, though. That was a brilliant ball from Elise. Everyone's offside.
No.
I'll probably do it for the first half. There's half a minute left, but not much is going to happen from there, I don't think. So, they like playing it around the back as well, don't they, Millwall?
Yeah, it's very Millwall. It's
just so strange seeing it happen. So,
yeah.
It gives me confidence because obviously we saw how poor Jake Cooper and Evans were when they were playing it around the back in the Stam days. So, but
Millwall, what an opportunity here. Just right. He's given half time. So we go in 1-0 up. A moment of magic from Semedo. A moment of absolute shiteness from the iFollow team when we didn't actually see the goal. It doesn't really matter. What do you sum up that first half there, Matt? What do you think of it so far? It's been okay, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're winning. You know, it's that's all that matters in a game like against Millwall, that we're winning. You know, we've got Millwall where we want them. We're ahead at halftime. They're going to need to change something, you know, because even though they've looked like they could be threatening, they're just so blunt, and they're just not playing to their strengths at all. So it's still been very comfortable, I think. You know, apart from that crossbar that Cooper hit.
They also had the shot though, didn't they? They had the shot just towards the end of the first half when he really should have done better. I think it was Thompson.
Yeah, never, like, the only time I've been worried was that Cooper header, you know, that hit the crossbar. So it's all been very safe so far. It's been
basic. That is it, Paul. It has been very, very basic. Apart from that one moment of quality for the goal, and then you can look at the pass from Elise to Lucas Jow for the opportunity, which maybe he should score. It wasn't a bad miss, but yes, also Norwich, lovely place to live. Don't tell anyone that though, because that won't go down well on a Reading chat. So I'm about to leave for a moment, and Alex will be joining you. I'll be back in a second.
I remember to unmute myself this week, so it's a good start.
There we go. I was going to say.
So that was an interesting first half, I think, was what I'd go with. Yeah. Perhaps wasn't the best performance we've ever seen, but definitely solid at the very least, right?
Yeah. No, and I think, to be fair, I think Paul summed it up brilliantly in the chat. It's just been basic, hasn't it? You know, it's been a pretty rudimentary championship game, or a game that you'd expect against Millwall. You know,
yeah,
it's been nitty, it's been gritty. But we've gone ahead. We've got them where we want them. To be fair, has it been the perfect performance? No. We've probably not even got out of neutral yet. Really,
Yeah,
going
I think it's going to have to be the second half. We're going to have to create. I mean, we've had 10 shots apparently, according to iFollow, but it doesn't feel like that. If I'm honest,
I was going to say, yeah. It really doesn't feel like that.
It really feels like the only shots that I can really remember were the Zhao chance, which you guys were just discussing, and Semedo's goal. Yeah, Jack, I totally agree. I heard this at halftime as well. AD, of course, first thing he said was, "Yeah, Semedo didn't mean that. He meant to tackle him." And I was thinking, I mean, he's managed to curl it into the centre of the goal. If he meant to tackle him, it's an incredible fluke, isn't it? Let's be honest. Like it certainly looks like he means to shoot. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't expect it to go in. But yeah, I think it's. I think that one's pushing the boundaries a little bit, isn't it, Jack? I think he's got to have meant that. There's no way he's gone in to just tackle him and it's flown into the back of the net like that.
Yeah.
I mean, let us know if you think he meant. If you think he didn't mean that, let us know. I'm definitely of the opinion that he's shot there and not just tackled him. Had that question as well here, Matt, from Gregor on Periscope. Automatic places, are they out of reach?
I don't think they're out of reach because there's still 17 games after today.
17 17
and
left.
Will it be 7 points still off automatic? Which
yeah, all the teams around us are also winning today, which is probably a little. It's important now that we hold on to this 1-0. I know Bournemouth only drew at lunchtime, but Watford all of a sudden they've dropped Troy Deeney and Andre Gray. And it turns out, actually, Watford do actually have quite a good squad if you don't play two strikers who aren't on form. And they're absolutely destroying Bristol City. It's 4-0 at half-time. So, I think it's going to be, all of a sudden, it may be that we see a little bit of a four-team race or five-team race, even if Reading managed to hold on, rather than just a 3-team race with Norwich, Brentford and Swansea. Of course, it does rely on Norwich dropping points, though, and they're beating Stoke quite comfortably as well today. So I don't think they're out of reach, but it's going to be very difficult for us to overtake enough of these teams and stay ahead of them, I think. I think we're relying on them to do badly rather than us to do well.
I think a key point is, though, as well, and we'll always look back on it. Is the 11-12 season. You put a run like that together towards the end of the season. We've got 17 games after. Today,
you're right. And thinking about that 11-12 season, we played West Ham and Southampton. What was it in the last maybe 13 or 14 games? And now, obviously, like Paul said, we played Norwich, Swansea, and Watford all quite close to the end of the season. From memory, I think we might play them all in the last 7-8 games. If you pick up 3 points in 2 of those games, all of a sudden, you completely change the picture of the top 2. So it's not going to be a case of just Watford or Norwich and Swansea or Norwich and Brentford just walking it. I think it's going. There's going to be twists and turns before the end of the season, and if we're there or thereabouts, we're definitely not out of it. It's just a case of winning the games that you're expected to win, like today.
Exactly. Yeah, and getting through games like this, and I think if we can do to teams what obviously Brentford did to us in the week, start picking up points where it's been a tough game. Like in the Stoke game wasn't our best, but if we can pick up a win because of an 82nd minute goal, that's what this team needs to start doing, because it's one thing that we haven't really seen from this team as how to find a way to win in the close games, in the gritty games. So
yeah, I think there's been a couple. I think there's been a couple before Christmas. We saw QPR away when Elise scored scored very late. I guess I see your point. We need to carry on that, especially if Michael's prediction is going to come true here. 12 game unbeaten run would be great. I think we had 18 games left before today. If we can win 12 and pick up, what would that be, 36 points, and put ourselves at about 80, we'll be there or thereabouts for the top 2, I think. It's going to be very close. Yeah, 12 wins, 6 losses. It's not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
By any means.
Or even pick up a few draws and then you put yourself up to the 85 point mark.
Certainly. I have to say we haven't discussed this game much at halftime. I like the ball's been out of play more than it's been in play. I think it's been a very typical Millwall game, as you said, Matt.
Yeah. Well, it's just strange because it's been a typical Millwall performance with just a different Millwall formation kind of thing. And I really don't see why they've moved. I would have thought they would have moved to this formation to get the ball out wide and then to get the ball into Zahor and Bodvarsson, through crossing. They've just not done that at all.
Well,
their feet. And
that's why one thing I found is very interesting is that they're not playing long ball over the top to them. They're really trying to play through the wide men into feet though, which when you're playing with, players like Bodvarsson, and obviously we've seen Bodvarsson. I don't think he's a bad player by any means, Bodvarsson, but if you're not going to play to his strengths, you're going to end up with a player a bit like Sam Baldock, who's able to run around and, might provide you some opportunities, but he's not going to get you a number of goals. And I know you guys said it on the stream, you can see why they're struggling to score. You can see why they're not picking up that many goals. I think they're one of the lowest scorers in the league. I think they've only scored 24, 25 goals. And you can see why. They don't create many chances outside of set pieces. And I know they hit the bar early on. And how would the game be different, Matt, if they had scored there?
It'd be a lot different, because then they'd almost be able to change from their 3 at the back to a 5 at the back, and we'd probably struggle because we've struggled to find a rhythm all game, so far, which I think, you never want to sit on a 1-goal lead. You always want to get the second to, make it a bit more comfortable, but it's going to be quite crucial, I think, in the second half. Just get the second goal, kill the game off. It'll be interesting to see how Millwall change their game plan, because they need to change stuff as well, because, it's not been good from their side of things either. So, but yeah, if they score that, it's completely different. So,
yeah, I agree. Jake Cooper obviously missed that chance as well with his header, and it would be typical Reading to let Jake Cooper score today and get an equaliser. So, if we could go on and get a second before Cooper does get his inevitable goal, that would be nice, because I don't really want to get to 89 minutes before Jake Cooper scores. And Tony, watching Millwall today, it would be difficult, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. It's not that entertaining watching Millwall. But then I've said this about a number of teams in this division. So
we've said the same about Reading for the last 3 years, haven't we? So
and yet we all still do it. We all still do it every week. I think that it's one of these things where you kind of have to live through the horrible moments of watching a team like Millwall or Reading, so you can enjoy the seasons like this one for us.
Well, it's just a typical championship team, isn't it? It's a typical championship team, championship setup, and championship performance really today from them. So, and nothing's really changing a huge amount, really. So,
no, I mean, what do you think? What do you think the second half will be like, Matt? In terms of, do you think Millwall will come out at us and try and, attack and get a number of shots away, or
they need to keep the ball out wide more, because they need to engage their wingers they've got and start getting balls into Bodvarsson and Zahor. That's what they need to do, So
you would have thought that they would try and pressure Gibson a bit more as well.
Being a first start it was nearly 2 months, wasn't it? I think
it's a while, definitely. It's surprising that they've kind of just not really targeted
down the left. Everything's been home.
Been at Holmes, yeah. And he's dealt with everything so far. He's just not really had any problems. So I've been impressed with Holmes coming back into the side today.
Yeah.
Do we have any word on why Richards is out? Injured, I'm assuming, but.
I might almost think that because it's obviously because Paunovic might have known that they've moved to a 3 at the back, a 3-5-2 essentially. He might have just preferred the more defensive fullbacks, which would make sense, to be fair, because you would have thought that the fullbacks would have had a lot more to do than they have done today.
It would have. Yeah, is Richards on the bench, Dave?
Yes.
Richards is on the bench. Then you're probably right, Matt. Sorry, I honestly hadn't even seen the bench, Dave, so I wasn't sure. If Richards is on the bench, then yeah, Matt's probably got a good point. I would imagine it's a lot to do with formation and tactics there, rather than any potential injury. You would hope. I've just seen that Semedo goal again, and honestly, Bielikowski, he probably could have got this. Just watching the replay here, he's rolled it out. The number 6 loses the ball, and I think Semedo definitely means this. He strikes at the ball.
There's no way that's accidental. But yeah, but it's weird.
Just watching the replay, Bielikowski definitely could save this.
Yeah.
He's running back. He's not dived for the ball.
He could kick it, I think, and still get. He could just slide in and kick it, and he'll still get there.
Come on, Tony. Like he might be trying to go through the player, Tony, but
give him a rest. We've given him such a hard time, especially myself over the last. Me. Then I will say me. And just give him a break this time.
Matt, this pass from Elise.
It's a world
silly, isn't it? It's just gone through.
Pass.
And that, of course, is after he's just beaten 3 different Millwall players
on the run.
He beats three Millwall players at pace, and then just lays the ball on a plate for Zhao. Zhao should score there.
He should score, but it's a stunning save by the Millwall.
It's a good save. I'll give Bielikowski credit for it. It's a good save, but I think Zhao should really be burying that.
You're always going to say that when he's 1-on-1, aren't you? You're always going to say,
and that's the thing. It's a 1-on-1 chance when he's on his favoured foot. He's 1-on-1. Like, I just think he's got to do better there, because that. I mean, effectively, if he scores there, that ends the game, and 2-0. Millwall aren't scoring twice today. I just don't see it. Yeah, Dan, this is clearly going to be a conscientious issue. AD Williams and Tony are on one side, and the rest of the fan base are on the other. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm going to have to I'm going to fall on the other side of the fence. He must have meant it. Must have.
I don't think there's going to be many others taking the side of it was accidental. I have to say.
And you know what? If it was accidental, he's never going to admit it, is he? He's never going to admit it.
Not.
He knew. He saw the keeper off his line, and he saw the keeper, and he knew he wouldn't make it back. I bet it was part of their training in advance. He knew the keeper came out too far into his box, and. Yeah,
I knew the keeper never liked to dive across like that when he could save it. It's all in the training, all in the preparation.
It's all in the preparation, isn't it? And I mean, I think if we do go 2 up today, it would be good to get Tetek on. It would be good to get it would be good to get Gibson 90 minutes today as well. It would definitely be nice to see some rotation in the subs, because we've got, if we can make 5 subs, let's make a number of subs if we go 2-0 up and rotate the team around and get some players off.
Well, we've got the likes of Onan and Camera on the bench as well, so which would be good to see them. I know Camera only signed, it was a contract, wasn't it, about 2 weeks ago or a few weeks back? So it'd be good to see them on. But yeah, I mean, if we go 2-0 up, you bring Zhao straight off. You bring Zhao off, you bring Baldock on, and you just see the game out from there. I think I'd have no issues with that, because the one thing I'm really worried about right now is the amount of football that Zhao's playing and the I word. If he gets injured. So that,
Jack, it probably is far from over, Jack. You're right, but let's hope that Reading can pick up the second goal early on, kill it off, and get back to winning ways today. I'm going to bring Paul back in, and we should be almost ready for the second half.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to go to score prediction very quickly for myself before I bring Paul in. I'm going to go Reading 2, Millwall 0.
Okay. I'm going to go 2-0 as well. I'd agree on that.
Just seen that Millwall have brought on Jed Wallace, so that's a bit of a Michael's gone 4-0, so
sticking with his early match
over there. I think Michael's the most positive man ever.
making 2 subs actually, aren't they? Millwall.
So yeah,
Jed Wallace.
Millwall making a couple of substitutions there actually.
Number 20, whoever number 20 is. It's Bennett. Bennett from he was the one from Derby, wasn't he, Bennett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So yeah, no, it's never good when you're seeing someone like Jed Wallace come on. So,
we do not want to give away free kicks around the edge of that.
Yeah, that is going to be crucial. Well, even corners.
Yeah, his delivery is way better than they've had so far.
Yeah. So, but you would have thought Paunovic would have alerted the team to that,
Yeah, I'm sure he would have. But if you got the quality, it doesn't really make any difference.
Can I just say that was such a? Oh, he has brought it back. I was going to say that was the biggest false start ever. I thought they were going to play on. Whoever was on the right there, I don't know who the player was on the far side. He was almost, and it was another false start again. Oh dear God! It's made no difference, but because we've lost the ball immediately. But
I hope you're right, Dan. I hope you are absolutely correct there, and we do get a 2-0.
I wonder what the odds were on that. So
yeah, let us know, Dan. We need a better start in the second half than we had in the first half, because the first half was pretty lackluster, wasn't it? It wasn't great at all.
Well, no, and it seems like the game plan's kind of changed from the Brentford game in midweek. But I just think why? Because we're pressing Brentford so well and so quickly, but we just seem to be sitting that yard off Millwall, which just it just doesn't quite make sense, really. Like, I know we wouldn't have wanted Brentford to get on the ball and get into their rhythm, but you don't want any team to do that. You don't want Millwall to be sitting on the ball. You just take the initiative, get on the front foot, kill the game off, and then you can sit off. But this 1-0, all they need is one set piece, and with a player like Jed Wallace, either direct or indirect, it's.
We've also got quality players on the pitch who can make it.
Yeah.
So let's not, focus on the fact that Jed Wallace has suddenly turned into Messi or something. He's a decent championship player, that's a certain. But we do have quality on our side as well.
Yeah. No, and it's you got to focus on that, really. So yeah, one chance for if Lucas Shaw gets another chance. He's had his miss for the week, so you back him to put away the next one. So, but it'd be good to go into, because it's Bristol City we got in the week, don't we?
Yeah, they're taking a bit of a pummeling at the moment, aren't they? Is it 4-0 at half-time at Watford? So
yes, yeah. Well, it's just almost perfect time to play them. If we can go into that game with a 2-3-0 win.
Just any win. I don't care how it happens, to be quite frank.
Earlier in the season, though, as well, Tim. Actually, yes, because that was when they were going quite well, wasn't it? Because it was on Sky, the game.
Yeah, that's the one when Natty Wells scored his traditional goal against us. We had all the game, and then it went to 1-1, and then we just went and scored another couple. So
engaged first gear and moved away. It's what I feel, to be fair, in this game. Like, to be fair, in that first half, we've not even got into any gear, really, have we? It's all been very, very slow. Very. The few times
I do not like the look of that Lucas Jow. Didn't even go for that ball there. He looks like he might be
holding his arm or something. I don't know if he's done something to that shoulder that he.
No, I don't like the look of that.
Dislocated, but it was kind of cradling his arm, wasn't he? But
yeah, he was. He didn't even move for any of the balls.
He's obviously not gone down because the cameras haven't cut to him, and game's not stopped. But I have to keep an eye on that. It's just always the worry, though, isn't it? It's always the worry with Zhao. Whenever it's almost like whenever he goes down to the ground or like pulls up, your heart stops. Which, that's some nice play there. I
was going to get through to him. The eye follow angle just kills me.
Yeah,
you can never tell whether the ball's going to drift through.
I thought that was the perfect pass from Renomota, and it turned out to be just a scoops.
It wasn't
sliced.
It wasn't all. Yeah.
But
no, playing it around at the back here at the moment. Maybe Millwall have to
because
come out a little bit more. I mean, they have a tap, but they're going to have to take a risk at some point, aren't they? Maybe go more
absolutely,
of a
yeah, no,
traditional
absolutely.
style of 4-4-2, which is more Millwall.
But it's interesting from a Reading perspective that we've started the half, and again, Elise and Zhao are kind of rotating again to obviously Zhao sometimes going to where Elise has been on the right wing and Elise up top as a number 9.
And Maldini on the ball there. Sorry, Tom McIntyre. Oh, it's a terrible passer from Josh Lauren.
It's not had his best game today. It's probably been one of his poorest games so far, but he's not been bad. I think that just shows how good he's been all season. That this has been one of his.
Score now, isn't he?
I mean, if I jinx it and if he scores, I'll be happy with that. Right, I'll jinx every Reading player if it means they score.
Yeah. Okay, so slightly better start to the second half than definitely the first. We're not creating anything yet, but we're more in the Millwall half and keeping possession more. So
more pace as well, more pace about it. Tomato carrying the ball forward as well. It's just been a lot more snappy. There's been more movement off the ball. It's just been better all round really. So
Millwall get lucky there.
Pass back, ref. Completely meant that.
Would have been one of the greatest pass backs in history. That
was one of the best
pass. Sliced that ball. You didn't mean to do that at all.
Completely meant it. Could you imagine if that was given as a pass back?
No, it was never a pass back.
I think that would be time to say the game had gone.
Yeah, throw to us just outside our own penalty area on the left-hand side. Gibson's going to take it. Probably lump it up the pitch. Another one throw in probably just by the sides. And then we move forward. I think I can see how this one's going to work out. We'll see if this actually happens. Gibson takes the throw. I feel tense about it now. Oh, no, it didn't. We actually got the first header. That was a miracle with Jaria winning the header. I wasn't expecting that. It's not something you associate with him, is it, really?
Actually, have we even had any? No, of course, Liam Moore. Liam Moore tries a long throw in, doesn't he, every now and again?
Yeah, he does sometimes, yeah. Tom Mack learning from the shithouse school of defending that, just taking it out for an easy goal kick for us. That is what we love.
Even with Zahor on his back.
Tony, you couldn't do a worse job. You're really good. Oh dear.
Probably be quite happy on the paycheck they're getting as well.
So. I doubt it. I think that's the issue. I doubt they're paid very much. But it's probably really mediocre wages. Yeah.
To be fair, though, they don't really deserve a wage, do they, at the moment?
Wow.
Coverage is.
Wow.
It's awful. Whoa. It's dreadful coverage. Wow. It's absolutely dreadful. And the fact we've got to pay every week for the pleasure is
the minimum wage. Matt's just taking that. He just doesn't care about that. Minimum wage over. Yeah. Give me your thoughts about Matt's thought about people not deserving wages.
Wow. I'm saying most people who did as poor a job as them would be gone by now.
Yeah, it's true. I'm joking. It's true. Tom Holmes with a high foot there and a free kick to Millwall.
35 yards out as well. So.
Yeah.
That was pretty theatrical from Bennett, wasn't it?
It's a high foot. Come on.
It was a high foot, but the way he went down, it was like he got shot in the head.
Surely that's booking. I don't care, but this is where Mill would have been at their most dangerous, the set pieces, though.
It's interesting. We're lining up a much higher line as well this half, outside the edge of the box as well. So
I do feel a little bit tense at this moment. I really do. Okay, mediocre free kick to us now.
It's another free kick though. I know it's a free kick gone our way, but another Millwall free kick that it's gone into a relatively good area, but it's just going through all of them. It's strange. They just don't seem to be attacking the ball in the right area.
I don't know what. I think he's given a tiny foul there by the Millwall player on Morrison. I mean, that was really not a lot.
It was either that or I think Cooper had his arms in the back of whoever was marking, but it was the lightest.
It doesn't matter anyway. It's ours.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Though we're giving the ball away straight away.
Very sporting. Very sporting.
Yeah.
Oh, very well played by Renamosa there.
It's got three players.
Useful, but wins it back
nicely. 3 players it's got there. That's it.
Brilliant release.
Here
we go. Get a nice ball in onto João, Elise.
No, that was not a good ball. That was really quite weak, that cross. Easily cut out. Gibson's looked okay, hasn't he? He's looked more than all right since in this game. Yeah. And when he came in the other games, he's looked absolutely fine.
Yeah, but he's almost been a forgotten man, to be honest, hasn't he? But I think we can see why he's it come through the youth system at a club like Everton. He's got quality there. So, but he's just was it injury why he went out of the team early on?
Yeah, definitely was injury. Yeah,
because he wasn't even on the bench.
There, didn't we? I had an opportunity to create something there for Jari and João, and it just came out to nothing. It wasn't straightforward, but I expect something a little bit closer to an opportunity.
I think that's the thing though. Whenever João gets the ball up there, you always think something. 5-0 now, Watford.
It's grim. God, that is horrible for Bristol City. Yeah.
Bristol really aren't having a fun day at the office. So fingers crossed that will continue into Wednesday night. So.
Okay, so
started out with an own goal as well in the second minute. Not exactly the way you want to start. So, but,
it can happen. I think for that kind of team, if they turn up on their day, they can do that to a team, can't they? Especially one that's out of form like Bristol City. Bristol City are really struggling the last 2 months, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, it's almost since because like when we played them back at the Medeski, I think was that in end of November we played them. They were still up there and they were looking like a good team, and that win then seemed like a very, very good win because I think we'd just gone through a rough patch before that as well. But yeah, last few months they've just fallen apart and they're just mid-table mediocrity now. So
if we just show some quality and composure in the final third, we can get this game done. But we're not really doing that at all at the moment.
No, it was a good start to the half, but it's gone.
It's ugly
what
again.
It was like in the first half.
It's ugly. It's like a night out in Swindon. It's really ugly. You don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. I want to get out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to throw Rinnemote on the ball now on the edge.
Rinnemote's played really well tonight.
He has, yeah.
Cross into the box, but easily cut out there by Millwall. Some proper hoofball going on in this game now from both teams, to be honest. Mainly from Millwall, but we aren't shy of it today at all.
It's what teams like that, I think, make you into, though, don't they? So you end up just...
That's all that matters at the moment.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. That's fine. As long as we stay that way, we don't want to get caught in a trap here because Millwall do draw a lot of games. Yeah. And their favourite scoreline is 1-1. So we do need that second goal. I think at some point they will get a good opportunity. Yeah.
No, you always think that with a team in this division, to be fair, probably barring Wickham. But
there comes another set piece into our penalty area from Millwall. They're going to lump it in there from their own half. This is old school football. That was the shot from Millwall, but I think it's still travelling. If the stadium wasn't in the way.
I mean, he hit it with enough power, but I think it was more going to the west stand than it was into the goal. But God, that was a right slice, wasn't it?
If he connects with that perfectly, that's going to be an absolutely stunning goal.
Actually, can I just say something just to emphasise how
get rid of that, Raphael. Don't do that.
Can I just say though, to emphasise how good McIntyre is in the air? He was marking Jake Cooper there. McIntyre is not the biggest centre back, is he? 6'1" or so. Jake Cooper 6'6" or something, and McIntyre still won the header. It's unbelievable how good he is in the air.
Another free kick. Yeah, but he's giving away a cheap free kick there. He didn't need to do that when the ball was going out.
That was not a free kick, though. He just ushers the ball out of play there. That's ludicrous.
He's pushed him out of the way. He has pushed him there.
He's just used his body. He's just shielded the ball as the ball goes out. That is not a foul. Here
we go then. Another cross into our box. That's a much better delivery, but quality defending there. What's the Millwall player why is Jake Cooper just lying on the floor there for ages? I'm quite sure what he was doing there. Someone a bit of a rest in the middle of the game. Didn't look injured. Just like, no, I'm not getting up for a bit here.
Trying to get a penalty.
I'm not quite sure how.
It's gone all the way through. Millwall pressing.
Millwall definitely pressing here. Oh, this is getting
throwing themselves to the ground now. That Bodvarsson. Oh no, it's a Hall.
Another chance. Ejaria, deft defending. That's always a bad sign.
I think one of the biggest changes here is that Millwall they're playing it out much on the wing more and getting the balls into the box a lot more, which is what they need to do. It's what they weren't doing in the first half, and it's why it was so comfortable. So, but they're getting early crosses in, they're floating balls in, they're whipping balls in from the byline. You know, it's.
I still think if we just get that one moment of quality, we're going to wrap this game up. But
yeah.
Still waiting. They're saying that might be a penalty on Millwall there. There's no way there was a penalty.
Never. No. He went down so easily, Zahor.
Yeah, exactly, Eric. Never a foul.
Yeah. You tell him, Eric.
Absolutely never.
Oh, blimey. Look at, actually, I almost think Morrison might have broken his nose in that first half.
Yeah, it probably has. Yeah.
Got a massive bandage on his nose now. That's the kind of player he is, though. Broken nose, no problem. Still continues. Crazy that. He's such a reliable player. Bit of pinball in the middle of the field now. Ajaria just trying to get away.
That flick from Ajaria is outrageous.
Get out of here. Oh, if this ends in a goal, I slow down a bit. That's it.
No.
Come on.
Oh, good shot from Elise, though. Yeah, still a decent shot.
Oh my God! Can we just? Was that a link up between it was Ajaria and Elise, wasn't it, in the middle of the park?
Yeah,
that was just ridiculous.
That was outrageous there from Ajaria, wasn't
it? If anyone saw the Liverpool game earlier, he literally did what Firmino did for the assist, the Liverpool goal in the middle of the park after getting past two players. Ridiculous. When he's on song, he is just unplayable, Ajaria. He really is. He's just so good.
Ajaria magic, yeah.
Yeah. It just gets you off your seat. It's just
totally.
You just don't expect to see something like that in the Championship or from a Championship player.
And he got the ball away to a Reading player as well. It was a decent pass.
Yeah.
He didn't do trick and flick, and then it didn't work. It just slowed down a bit too much after him, I think, with Elise. But Elise, I think it was maybe Semedo. But
no. I think Zhao probably made the wrong run because he tried to cut across and get to the near post. If he'd have continuing, running cross field, it might have kept the speed up and.
There's a massive lump coming onto the pitch here, isn't there? Absolute huge one here coming on for.
They're all big, aren't they? These Millwall players.
Smith is.
It's Smith. Christ. Wait. So they've now got Zahor, Bodvarsson, and Smith on the pitch. Went off.
Yeah. Bodvarsson's off though, isn't he? So.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, one for half time, Matt.
Ignore me. I thought I'd still been seeing him. I must be. I need something stronger, obviously. Anyway, Zahor and Blumen Smith. He's the guy that used to be at QPR, isn't he? He's like 6 foot, another 6'5", 6'6" player.
Huge lumps up there now.
Yeah.
This is why we need that second goal because these players on the pitch, surely they're going to get a chance at some point.
Yeah. Well, something from a set play or something. You know they're going to.
Oh, Norwich are now winning 3-1.
Buendia, of course. He's too good for the Championship. Buendia,
he is a quality player.
He was one of the ones that I was really surprised, to be fair, that no one came in for in the window because everyone was talking about Aarons and everything, weren't they? In summer as well as January, but
just a slightly better pass from Elise and Renamoto would have been through there. Yeah, as if they could get more direct there. Yeah, Smith is going to just encourage passing football Barcelona style. But if it works for them, they're not going to care, are they? So
no. McIntyre's certainly going to have
win the ball back.
Brilliant back from Semedo. Come on.
Just double team. Good defending, not poor player, Phil. Is he giving a free kick? Or
Zhao's avoided the I was going to say because he's avoided the guy. Yes, he's run into the other guy, but it's a foul from Hutchinson.
Gary Rowett, in Brantford. That's what you mean, isn't it? Yeah, that's a definite foul. There's no doubt on that. So if you are watching this, share it on your Twitter, socials, whichever one you're on. Get other people involved. More Reading fans in the, what do you want to call it? House, chat. Social area. The more chat we can have.
And even Millwall fans, get in the chat if you're a Millwall fan. Let us know what you're thinking of Millwall and obviously of Reading as well. So
here we go then. Elise with a free kick on the edge of the area. This isn't a perfect position. Come on.
If he's going to drop the ball in training somewhere to practice from, it's going to be from here, isn't it? So
just make the goalie make a save here.
Get it on target.
What we want.
Which he's struggled a bit, to be fair of late, hasn't he, with the free kicks? But fingers crossed.
Yeah, he has a bit, but this could be the moment.
Yeah. Come on, Elise. Go.
Okay. So
it's a good save. Rebound.
Rebound for Inamoto well wide. Decent free kick, but he should save that, shouldn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't too far away from him, was it?
Yeah, he's made a real hash of that, the goalie, really, hasn't he? I mean, he's made that look a lot harder than what it should be.
He's doing a Pickford. He's jumping around for the sake of jumping around for a photograph.
Jump around.
It just annoys me when keepers do that, because you just think, just do the basics. Just he could probably catch that there, and it's what annoys me about Raphael so much of the time, because
let's leave off Raphael. Come on. So do we think we can make the top two? Yeah, I think we can. I think we can do it. Yeah, let's not start on the Raphael tape there. Come on.
No, it's just if he could just do the basics and just not jump about and try and get pictures for the cameras and stuff, he'd be a lot better keeper.
Just for the camera.
Just do the basics, but he just doesn't. It just annoys me when keepers do that.
Let's get out. That's a goal kick to Reading. We just get this second goal. It's going to be so much less stressful, isn't it? Because
Millwall got the urgency about them running the ball back already, and it's only 66 minutes. So take your time then, Raphael.
Yeah, don't rush. There's no need.
Just we say that, he passes out quick.
That's a nice pass. And Semedo's done well today, actually.
Yeah, it's probably been his best game, but funnily enough, it's been his best game when he's been playing deeper and not as an attacking mid. It's a nice move, this, though. Semedo on the edge of Laurent on the edge of the box now. And
it's an awful cross in. I mean, he's got no chance there, Joe, has he?
Yeah, no, he's not had his. It's probably been one of his worst games, like I said in the first half for Laurent. So it's.
No, that's a fair point, mate. Neither of us have, and you obviously have played in goal, so that is an excellent point. But I still think he made a bit too much of that one.
Cheap free kick given away.
I didn't play any goal as a 10-year-old, so does that count?
I did play in goal. I think it was my first position.
Yeah.
Well, it was my very first position I ever played, and it was when I was like playing under 7, under 8 football. But then sadly, everyone else grew and I didn't. And a 5'4" goalkeeper isn't really the best person to have in goal in this day and age. So my goalkeeping. That's great
defending. Last defending there. Wow,
that was McIntyre again, I think.
Yeah. This is why we just need that getting stressful. They are going to get an opportunity.
It's just those long balls into the box from free kicks. It's just set plays. They've got so many big players on the pitch now.
Yeah.
So many goal threats from set plays. So
here we go, though. It's going to be a nervy last 25 minutes if it's going to stay at 1-0.
Would you keep Zhao on all the way to 90 if it's only 1-0?
At the moment, I think you have to keep him on, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't have an option. I mean, your other option is Bulldog. And if you bring Bulldog on, there's far less of a threat and a worry for Millwall.
If it goes to 2-0 though, if it goes 2-0, take him off.
2-0 you might change, but only for the last few minutes. Because if Millwall score a goal, you're back in it, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think basically Jal's going to play the game today.
Yeah, it's
bringing on Bulldog is a concern.
It is, yeah, and yeah, it's certainly
forget about him scoring a goal.
I think both of them would have been offside. I think certainly looked offside, but it's more just it's just a slight shot, isn't it? And it still nearly falls for him.
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure, Greg. It's a cross into the box there from Millwall.
I'm always of the mind that you never go back on players once they've left. There's nothing to gain from bringing them back. It's always when people always bring up the Shane Long talk. You know,
I'd break that rule for Gilfie Sigurdsson though.
I might do, yeah. But that's not to say he's not a quality defender. You know, he's probably one of the best at Championship level. But I'd like. If he hadn't have probably played for Reading before, I'd probably say yes, I'd take him at Reading. But you know, he's had his time at Reading. He's made his mistakes and had his criticism. So bring him back, it will only just encourage more criticism, really.
Yeah, Dan pointing out the fact that Millwall have got 14 draws this season. So it's
you said in the first half as well. It's always 1-1s, isn't it?
Yeah,
you always get so.
Yeah. Just need that moment. I think it's going to come. I'm still confident. We've still got time.
Yeah.
We are winning, so the position is not bad. I don't think we should get too worried about it. But
Tom Bradshaw now on for them as well. So
that's another player that was that Tom Bradshaw was linked with us years ago.
It was, yeah, when it was there at Barnsley, wasn't it? I think it was at the time.
Yeah.
God, when everyone thought that he would be the answer to our goal scoring worries back in the day.
Yeah.
I never understood all the hype around him back then because it was. I think I don't even think he'd broken 10 goals a season. Like, yes, he was playing for Barnsley, but Wickham have pulled it back to 2-2.
I'll tell you what, Wickham. I don't think they get to many points this season at all. Maybe not even break 30, but they don't give in that easily, do they? They have got fight.
Yeah, they don't, and they're a tough team to beat. You know, we saw that when they came to the Medeski earlier in the year.
Apart from Brentford. It's the only team that's blitzed them, though. The only team. No one else, I don't think, has blitzed them. So it's a corner here for Millwall. It is set piece hell for Reading at the moment because they are really getting opportunities here to get the ball into the box.
That was weird. I think Elise was man marking Smith.
That's not a combination that you want, is it?
I'm sure I've not misseen that. I'm sure I just saw Elise trying to man mark Smith.
Yeah, that's not the combination.
As mismatches go, that is quite possibly one of the mismatches of the century.
It'd only be better if it had been Liam Kelly.
Oh, could you imagine? Liam Kelly a whole foot smaller than Smith.
He could actually put him in his pocket, couldn't he, Smith, almost?
Squish him. It just he could just blow him away.
At the moment, it's mainly Millwall, but they haven't actually had an opportunity. So if we keep it that way, it's going to be all right. But by sheer probability here.
The last thing that really happened was that piece of skill from Ajaria. Everything else has just been Millwall now. It's all been...
We've had the opportunities. We've had a few shots in the second half. From that moment you're just talking about, we had the Elise shot. We've also had the Elise free kick.
Well, the free kick, yeah.
I don't think the goalie's had to do much more than that, really. Raphael hasn't had a hell of a lot to do as well.
Well, saying that was nearly a cross-come shot kind of thing. It just went into the box there. Nearly catching Raphael out, but did well. So that's a foul. I'd love to see the stats on the fouls on Ajaria.
On Ajaria.
It's just
poor pass there to Rinna.
Poor pass from Elise.
They've had an opportunity to get into the box there.
No, Ajaria must be one of the, if not the most fouled in the league.
Yeah, him and Elise.
And
probably
Elise,
at the top.
The amount of easy free kicks they both win are just crazy. So we've got a throw in, I think.
We've decided to go slower than time itself here with the throw in, wasting time to an extreme level, which we know any other team would do as well. It's showing that, the Wickham score again on her iFollow. iFollow is it's a beast of its own. It really is. So let us know in the comments, are we going to get through this? Are we going to take the 3 points? Or is it going to be one of those late goal horrors for Millwall and they equalise and we all wonder why we wasted 10 quid and 2 hours watching this?
I still think we're going to get a second goal here. You know, we haven't been playing nearly our best, but yeah, no, I think we're going to get another chance. I reckon Jal's going to poach a goal in a minute.
I hope so.
Saying that would make a change. I think Holmes is coming off for Yeardom, so that's an interesting one. We bit of an attacking change at the back there, really, isn't it? So Holmes doesn't look too happy about it, but
I think he looks okay with it.
Shaking his head a little bit, but
yeah.
No, that's an interesting one because Holmes has been so settled at the back, and everything really is coming down the left-hand side, no Gibson's side. So the fact we're changing Holmes for Yeardom almost in an attacking change at the back is an interesting one.
At least free kick into the area. That is, Jesus, just a little bit more like that. That was so close to falling to one of us, right in front of the goal. Would have been in the 6-yard box almost.
Tomato's still got the ball though. Has he won a corner?
No, he hasn't. Millwall can break clear now.
The overlap on this side. Jed Wallace bringing it in.
Jed Wallace has definitely improved their play though.
Yeah,
we kind of knew he would.
Absolutely. So
not a surprise in the
he just links up the play so much better for them, but they're shifting it wide a lot better as well. To be fair, so which has been
chance is always going to come. You could feel it was going to come at some point. Sitting and waiting almost for it, weren't we?
I thought that was offside. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think he is. I think Morrison just plays him on. I don't know. Maybe he was offside. Let's have a look. I don't think he is. I think Morrison plays him on.
Morrison is playing him on, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's a sliced shot through. That's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
It's not even a bit of good play by Millwall. It's just a sliced shot that's gone through and fallen to Smith. Oh dear, the draw
specialists are back again. That is not what we need. No, I think that was onside.
Yeah, it was onside.
Unfortunately.
First impression was offside, but
shit.
But it's interesting that obviously the minute we've taken off Holmes to bring on almost Yeardom.
I don't think it was down to Holmes though, was it? I'm not sure of that. I don't think it was down to Yeardom that they scored, but I'd have to see it back. You might be right.
It just seemed like a bit of an unnecessary change, really. So, to me, but might be looking for an excuse there. I don't know, but
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Sums it up.
Sums up a fan base that.
Yeah. Still got time, Dave, to get a second goal. We can still win this game. Let's kind of
slow down and just going.
Yeah, it hasn't been good
all
today.
The movement stopped.
There's been a real lack of opportunities throughout the whole of the match, hasn't there, really? I mean, the best one we've had since we scored the goal was the Lucas Jow one when he could have made it 2-0.
Yeah.
But
that is such a crucial point as well, because that goes in, you're 2-0 at half time. And go on, Ajaria.
We'll do it though.
Oh, it's off the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another chance.
Yeah.
Oh, it's deflected onto the bar as well. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Oh. So close.
The game's opened up though now, so But you would have thought Millwall would be much more content with just sitting in for a draw from here. But
I thought that was going in. Good shot though.
I thought it was going in as well. Yeah, it was a good shot. It was a good block to deflect it onto the bar, but it's still a chance. It's still a big chance. It was only about 12 yards out, to be fair, from Ajaria. But a good block. Good
Lovely touch there from Ajari again.
It's probably been one of his. That's a foul. Come on, ref.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jed Wallace. Put him in the book.
Yeah.
Ref. You can't see that's a bloody foul. Like,
of course, it's a foul.
You don't realise that. You've just gone over the ball and just rugby tackled him. How are you even so angry and so annoyed that's a foul? Jesus, that is. No, it's gonna be a big test for Reading here, because this is a point where, if we were talking about still being in the race for automatics, if we want to still be in the race for automatics, you got to find ways of, still scrapping a win here, which we just don't seem to do that much. Yes, we've had games like the QPR game and that, but against teams like Millwall, you've got to find a way. Even if they come back 15 minutes from the end, you've got to find a way to, well, one, either finish them off in the first place, or if you do face a setback like this, just finish them off.
Yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it? There's no doubt on that, but there's still time. Still time.
And one of the big positives is how well Ovie Ajari has played today.
Yeah, it's his best game for a while.
It's by far, I'd say by far his best game for a while. So that Yedon's got it on the edge of the box now.
Surely that's a penalty.
Oh, go on.
Oh, he doesn't want to give it, does he?
I thought there could have been a penalty in there for Ajaria.
Ajaria's having a stormer, though, isn't he, in the second half? You got to say, he looks like by far our biggest threat. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, there is a leg in there by number 12.
Yeah.
One of those that I think that could be given. Yeah. But it's 50-50. Some of them will be given, some of them won't. But we've got a corner anyway out of it.
Yeah.
Mark Willis standing over it.
Poor corner, though.
Yeah.
Come on, Elise. Just get the ball in the box here at some point.
Slow down a bit now after that corner. Playing it backwards now, but Yedon bring it forwards. Yedon on the edge.
I mean, it's a shot, but
this shot, it probably wasn't the best place to have a shot from, and even slipped over. So
no,
should have just been more patient there and just work the opportunity more. But at least it's better. There's been a slight reaction since the goal, which is good.
Yeah, there has been.
Hopefully they will just be able to find a way soon. So
Ajari taking a risk there, letting the ball run. It comes a Millwall cross into the box here from Wallace.
No one near him either when it came out to him. So, but Morrison's done well. Jed Wallace with a snapshot, good save by Raphael. Pretty rudimentary save, but
still made it.
Still made it.
Chances at both ends now.
It's blown wide open. You would have thought almost Millwall would just be content just to sit in and just take.
No, they're going for it.
They certainly seem like they're still pushing. They've still got all their wing backs pushing up high and.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Bring it forward again. Wallace on the edge of the box, crossing it in, but
it's a header, but it's well over.
Yeah. Certainly think Smith, Bradshaw, and Wallace have completely changed this game. They look like a different team with those three on the pitch going forwards.
Yeah. Do we think there's going to be another goal? At the moment, you say there's a good chance of another goal. Let's have a look at this Ajari chance. No, I don't think that is a penalty when you see it back. What do you think, Matt? What's he doing there, Gibson? That was ridiculous.
I still think it's one that if you're in the Premier League, VAR's going to look at that and there's contact there. Would it be soft? Yes, but it's like that there is contact there. So, but it's one of those 50-50s. You'll get some of them, you won't get some of them. I think so.
Would you reckon Richards on? Luca?
I wouldn't say so, because I'd be thinking for who really right now. Well, you might bring Richards on for obviously Gibson, but Luca, I don't really see that changing the front line would be
Millwall
beneficial right now.
Another cross into the box, and that's 2-1 Millwall. Oh.
This is just gone from Bennett. It's another substitute that scored.
It's just gone from real bad to worse. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Oh, that's just. It's a deflected cross, and wow, how he's got so free on the near post anyway. But
he's deflected off Rinamoto. It's a good header in, you've got to say, but shit. That has gone to absolute shit at the moment, hasn't it? There's no doubt about it. That is not what we were looking at all only about 15 minutes ago. That chance from Lucas João in the first half now is so massive. Ejaria hitting the bar there when it was 1-0, deflected, obviously. But, oh, dear.
They certainly will be sitting back now, Millwall, won't they?
Yeah.
It's frustrating because we haven't played.
I don't think we played that well, though, Matt. Come on.
The difference is in. Sorry.
We haven't played that well today.
No. The difference is in performance from the week is just chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, there's been little flurries here and there, but really the only one who's played very well has been Ajah. Christ.
Absolutely shanked there for a shot from Lewis Gibson. It's absolutely nowhere near.
It's just terrible. Get Baldock on. No. More likely to put it in his own net rather than the Millwall net.
Yeah. Handed the impetus to Millwall. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know what's happened today. Just haven't played at all, really. Have very small glimpses of what we can do. But, well, at the moment, you've got to say, James, that we are, aren't we? We're losing 2-1. We got 6 or 7 minutes left at most with the injury time. Definitely no depth in squad. There is no depth. That is a major issue.
It's the fact you can't really look to the bench to make any positive changes. To be fair, even Millwall, they've been able to look to the bench and they've brought on, Smith, Wallace, and Bradshaw, who's completely changed the game. So, but Richards, interestingly, coming on for Lauren.
Well, we've got to go for it, haven't we?
We've got to go for it, but I'm just wondering how we're going to line up unless we go 3 at the back and wing backs. I don't know. Oh no, Gibson's come off as well.
How many points we clear now of 7th spot? Is it 8 points?
Probably be the same, won't it? Because of
yeah. So
the losses.
I'm going to panic quite yet. I don't think we need to hit that button, and we can still get a goal.
8 points.
If we get a draw, yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll see. Yes,
it's just such a kick in the teeth because it's like, well.
It's really disappointing, this. The way we've played is just mediocre.
Yeah. So Lauren came off for Richards. I'm trying to work out who came off for Gibson. Trying to find.
Here we go. Yeah, Middlesbrough are still losing, so opportunity for them. It's just, yeah.
We're just playing long, hopeful balls now, though, and that's been what it's been like for a lot of the game. There's just been.
No, you can try and put a positive spin on it, but this is from anyone. But this is not a good result and not a good performance as well. It's a real.
This is such a shame. Following the Brentford game, which was such a good performance, it's the frustrating thing right now about this team. You're going from amazing performances, showing that yes, we still could potentially make a push for promotion. But then you see games like this, and you just think, how are we not finding a way to win this? Yes, Lucas João's missed a massive chance in the first half, but you can put that down to very, very good save by the Millwall goalkeeper. But then even in this second half, like not being able to adjust with the subs that have come on, like you did so well to contain it in the first half, but then the subs are made, the changes are made. Yes, with our squad, we don't have that option to do that, but you've got to be finding a way to get through these, to battle through this, to find a result, be it a draw, be it a win. When it goes to 1-1, you shouldn't be looking to be holding on there. You should be looking to still win that game, and we just can't seem to do that at the moment, or we seem to really struggle.
We're relying on a bit of luck here, aren't we, really, at the moment, to get anything out of this game. And we don't really look like we're going to score at the moment.
Not right now.
Not looking likely.
Just looks like all the wind again has gone out the sails.
Yeah.
Which like unless we're winning, we said it at the start of the season, that we don't look like a team that can battle back from things or battle through games.
We have in some games. We are still fifth in the league.
We have in some games, but in the games that matter, like this game, even the Brentford game at the end, you got to find ways to. Well, if you really want to stake a claim for, promotion, you've got to find ways through that. You've got to find ways to get the result.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's a late chance here for Elise to get the ball into the box. We need a goal here. It's just, I don't care how it happens, just any kind of goal to make it 2-2.
Absolutely, anyhow, get a goal.
I
mean, you've got to give credit to Millwall, to be fair, because the way they've changed it, and like I say, the stuff they put on.
Cross coming in from Elise. Good defending there from Millwall. Cooper. Here we go then. Not the last chance of the game, but very, very late. Wasn't a bad delivery there from Elise. So we've got about 3 minutes left here. Corner coming in.
Just get it onto Morrison. To McIntyre, someone.
That's a really poor one again.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Fitting it wide nicely. Oh, it's Bulldog that's on. Poor cross.
Goldie's dropped the ball there. It didn't fall for us. It could have easily gone to us there, couldn't it?
That was a bit of luck that we needed. Yeah. Like you said.
It's not to be. Ujari playing the ball outside the area there. Well back, Elise playing a long pass into the penalty area. Ujari's going to win a throw here. He's going to take it quickly. No, he's not going to take it quickly at all. He's going to let Omar Richards take it.
That's it, a long throw in. Trying a long throw in with Semedo.
Come on, Omar. Millwall making a substitution, killing off time like we would do. Yeah. Come on. Else goes to Steve Quinn there, look-alike.
You said that. I generally thought that was Stephen Quinn for a minute.
I know.
That resemblance is actually uncanny.
Come on. Just an opportunity. Just a shot. Any kind of opportunity here for Reading.
Pinball, something.
Yeah.
Give us something, please, Reading. Like.
I fear this is going to just get headed clear, though. Millwall are massive. Ujari kind of wins the header.
Can't win there. What?
Elise gives the ball away, and Millwall can just hit that long, and they will break away here. They got an opportunity to get a third now, which they don't take, but they still could now. This is going to go right into the corner for Millwall. They're going to run down the clock like everyone else did. That's a throw to Millwall as well. Oh, Reading have made a complete, utter mess of this game. Complete and utter mess.
Going from how controlling it was and just give them the ball back, Ovi. Just give them the ball and continue. Yeah.
Those were the days, Molly. Those were the days.
Where do you go from here though? That's the thing. Like where do you go from here?
That's where we go. Yeah.
You've thrown away 2 games right at the end.
The Brentford one wasn't so bad because Brentford are a quality team. But this game has just been horrible because we've been really poor.
Yeah, but the Brentford game is fine if you get a result in this game. If you win this game, if you find a way and perform well, but we've not. That's what now brings that Brentford throwaway essentially, or makes it look even worse because we've not been able to back it up. We're not being able to back up.
This must be the last chance of the game here. Sorry, Matt. A long free kick going to come into the box here from Ajari. He's taking it from inside his own half.
If he gets heads away,
that's it. Full time, 2-1 win for Millwall. That is a shithouse result for Reading. That, I mean, Millwall have come and done exactly what they wanted to do. They won the game, but wow, that's a really.
Where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? It's just it's the inability to change tactically. To be fair to Millwall and Gary Rowett, you've got to give credit to them because he's made the changes. He's brought on even Bennett, but he's brought on the two strikers, Smith and Bradshaw. They've changed the game. Wallace, he changed the game, and Bennett, he came on and got the winner. You've got to give some sort of credit there to Millwall and Gary Rowett.
Totally.
But how we can't deal with changes is just so frustrating. Some people might say it's about obviously the lack of strength and depth, but you've got to be able. The players on the pitch have got to be able to adapt there. And it was the same in the week against Brentford. They couldn't adapt to the changes that were made. Canos came on, changed the game, and it's just the same time and time again. We can't seem to find a way to win these really dirty games at the moment, which is what we need to do.
Unfortunately, those things. I'm going to jump off now, and I'm going to go on the full-time Periscope. So, shit result for Reading. Millwall will be happy with that. Not great at all. Thanks for joining us, and cheers, Marty. I hope everyone's enjoyed it in their own sick way, because it has been a shit time for Reading today, hasn't it? 2 consecutive defeats now. Bit of a worry. The form is, not great.